And we used a condom, right?
I don't think so.
Oh shit, we didn't.
No.
That's one of the reasons
That's
why you
where
were
the arguing
upset.
came from. Mm-hmm.
That's so weird. It all just hit me. My name's Cody. I had a one-night stand with Madison.
My name is Madison. I had a one-night stand with Cody.
How long ago was this?
Probably happened 5 years ago.
How did you know Cody?
Cody was introduced to me by a mutual friend. I thought he was super cute, so I was willing to go on a date with him.
You know, we were more friends. We had hung out a few times, but she was definitely hesitant about going anywhere further than friends. And we had never done anything either, so.
We definitely kissed.
How did it all happen? How did it start?
One night, she invited me over for some drinks.
I vaguely remember maybe watching a movie with him in my bed.
Did you guys drink?
I honestly can't remember at all.
We were drinking vodka, if I remember right. We had gone to her room, and then I think I had kissed her a little bit, and we were laying on the bed.
Like the actual initiation of sex was kind of weird.
And I think that she got a little upset, and she said that she didn't want to have sex and she just wanted to hang out.
I had talked about not being sure that I wanted to continue and him really wanting to, and I don't know, I was so on the fence about it.
I understood the way she felt, and I didn't want to push anything if she didn't want to do it.
And then what happened?
A little later, I may have initiated kissing. She seemed into it. Everything was good.
And then you said, I want to have sex?
So yeah, so I definitely said that I was going to have sex with him. Like I said that I wanted to. I just was having a lot of nervousness. It was just kind of a weird mix of emotions all at once, and I didn't really have a good idea of how to be a good communicator when it came to like sexual desires.
What do you remember her body looking like?
Oh, she definitely has an amazing body.
I was really insecure. I've always had body dysmorphic issues where I always think that I'm heavier than I really am, so I think that was playing into everything as well.
Did you use protection?
We used protection, I do remember that. I feel like it was something weird, like a cherry-flavored condom or something like that.
I don't think that we used protection. He wasn't really wanting to, and that was definitely a factor of like my nervousness as well.
How long did it last?
It had lasted quite a while.
10 minutes.
We had started out in missionary, moved to several different positions.
I do distinctly remember this part about halfway through into the sex. I just started to have this anxiety and panic and kind of weirdness. And in the middle of sex, when I get that way mentally, I start to disassociate. And I don't know that it was all that enjoyable for either of us.
I actually don't remember a lot of when we were having sex. I remember that it was good.
What was the aftermath? So you get up in the morning.
The next morning, everything seemed fine, but she didn't want to hang out again. And I said, well, why don't you want to hang out?
I texted him and I was mad at him for what it felt like in the moment that he had pressured me into having sex.
And I said, well, you said that earlier in the night, I understand. And then we started kissing in bed and then we had sex. And so there was never any, Cody, I don't want to do this later in the night. So I was definitely a little upset.
I just told him that he was a dick for not taking into account that I wasn't sure that I wanted to have sex and I didn't want to see him again. And so I just cut ties and I never saw him again.
Did sleeping with her ruin your guys' relationship?
Yeah.
If you could go back, would you have done things differently?
Yeah, I think I would have taken things slower and just tried to feel out the way she really felt instead of trying to rush in and have sex that night.
Cody describes leading up to you guys having sex for the first time that you guys were friends that would hang out.
That's how I saw it. What did you think it was?
I thought we were like seeing each other.
Oh.
I definitely didn't see you as my friend. Like I don't have sleepovers with my male friends.
Okay, the night of sleeping with each other, how did that happen?
She had asked me to come over. We had a few drinks, and from what I remember, we had gone into the room, and then I think that I started kissing her and she got upset. And so we left the room and went back in, and that's when we had sex. That's kind of what I remember.
Okay.
And we used a condom, right?
I don't think so.
Oh shit, we didn't.
No, because you didn't want to.
That's one of the reasons
That's
why you
where
were
the arguing
upset.
came from.
Holy shit. That's so weird. It all just hit me.
What do you remember me telling you after?
I remember you said that you weren't ready,
Yeah.
like to have sex.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't get that.
When you were initiating sex with me, there was a lot of like pullback that I wasn't 100% sure I wanted to do it. And you were definitely like into it and you were really pushing to have sex. And I was like, you know what? I really like this guy. And so I had sex with you and I can start to like disassociate during sex. And that definitely happened when we were together. And being disassociative in that kind of action, I guess, or the environment of what was happening is such a weird kind of messed up feeling. And I think I just took all of that and associated like those negative feelings with you because I just didn't know how to process them, you know?
It totally makes sense when you actually explain the whole
Yeah.
thing. And it's hard to communicate when you've been drinking and stuff. I mean, at least effectively. So
Yeah. Well, now that you say that we were drinking, it's kind of like we probably shouldn't have done that.
do you regret sleeping with me?
I mean, like, I regret how things went. There could have been a lot more listening on your part of like the signals that I was sending of like not being 100%. And then if I had communicated better, things would have ended like totally different.